So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Daily Practice with Nikhil. It's a real pleasure to be here with you today because we are going to be talking about something incredibly powerful, incredibly unique, and can be profoundly impacting your life and the world around you. And we are going to talk about positivity. So, welcome everyone. Now, if you stick around, I think I'll give you 5 reasons why positivity will always help you thrive towards the end of this discussion. So, if you can stick around and listen in, take notes, maybe just mental notes, maybe just share your thoughts in the comments, maybe think about ideas on how to help each other. So, now I know what you might be thinking. Positivity. As you hear it, you might be thinking, oh, it's just about pretending everything is fine when it's clearly not. Isn't that, isn't that what we talk about in toxic positivity? I think that phrase has got so popular that people are afraid now to be positive around people. People hold back on their positivity, hold back on sharing those wonderful insights, sharing that things which may help the other people because it could be classified as toxic. Now, how did we get there? How did we get into this frame of mind that something positive can be toxic? Now, there is something to be said about that, but it is good that we bring it up. We understand the term toxic positivity, and for good reason. There's a version of positivity out there that is dismissive, that is invalidating genuine feelings, that tells you to just be happy all the time when your world seems to be in chaos or falling apart. And let me be clear that it is not positivity that I'm talking about today. That positivity is something on the fringe which, as you see more and more of this in social media, you may think that this is the mainstream aspect of toxic or positivity, that everyone is toxic. But in a sense, it's actually a very small faction, small set of people who purport this positivity, which is toxic. So yeah, you can notice them, you can start to work around them. But today what we are going to discuss is something unique, as in it is the authentic positivity. And authentic positivity is not about wearing that fake smile or ignoring reality as it is happening to you. It's not about suppressing difficult emotions. Life is messy, it's challenging, and it's absolutely okay. In fact, it is necessary to feel the full range of human emotions: sadness, anger, fear, frustration, embarrassment, jealousy, all of that. So, authentic positivity is something far more robust, far more real. It is the capacity to acknowledge the difficulties, to feel the pain, and yet still choose to look at life with possibility, to seek solutions, to cultivate resilience, compassion, kindness, and growth. It's about facing reality straight on, not with the naive optimism, not with the sense of I'll do whatever I want, whenever I want, however I want, and the whole world can just go do something else, but with a fundamental belief in your ability to navigate challenges, to find light, even in the shadows. So, what I'm exploring today, which I believe is profoundly true, despite the natural and often powerful pull of negativity in our lives and the world, authentic positivity invariably holds greater potential for long term success, for deep well being, and for living a purposeful, meaningful, happy, joyful, compassionate life. And understanding and practicing this kind of positivity is not a nice to have. It is, I would argue, a must have for each of us to truly enjoy life. And that's the aspect of reality which I want to explore is we are here once, unless you believe in different aspects of religion and psychology, yeah, then maybe we are here for many times, many years. But right now we are here for this one time, and we want to be able to enjoy. We want to be able to share this moment however we can with others, with ourselves, and explore the wide range of amazing experiences we might have. So often the question arises is why positivity? And isn't negativity also okay? So why does positivity in its authentic form consistently win over negativity? And this is a good question to understand what negativity and positivity. People often see the world from a negative standpoint because they believe that if they understand the negativeness, then they can prepare themselves for the life ahead. And it is not just wishful thinking, we are rational, we are becoming clear about our path. And that's the kind of mentality we come in with. But as we all know, we are not logical creatures. We are biological, which means there are so many things which are happening beneath our awareness, conscious awareness, that we don't even have an inkling of control. We may believe that the pizza I had last night was my choice, but it may turn out to be something which you had no control over. It just came as a subconscious, worked itself into it. So, negativity and positivity go hand in hand. But what we know for sure, and what we know when we understand positivity, when we practice it, you can understand it as a seesaw. It's a constant battles. Usually we have the negativity work against everything, and then positivity comes and helps you in certain instances, but we don't practice enough of the positive aspects. So why does positivity, and why is it important we feed positivity? And the one answer for it is energy. Think about being around someone who is constantly negative about themselves and the world. They complain about everything, the weather, their job, the other people. How do you feel after spending few minutes with them? And we might feel drained. We might feel that they, to use terms from Gen Z, energy vampire or something along those lines, it sucks the life out of you, some people say, and those around you. Although those are very vivid pictures, I don't think it's to that level, but I think you start to sense a shift in your own energy states within you. Now, think about being around someone who's genuinely positive, who approaches challenges with a sense of hope and determination, and the energy becomes infectious. You start to do things which you thought you would never do. This happens when you take a personal training, or if you start to go and see somebody who is in good spirits, or somebody who brings in a lot of energy. This is why people, when they meet new people, they feel this energy, and then they start to vibe with each other. And these are all things which we know intuitively. We know that it works. We've seen it happen. They uplift you, they inspire you for that brief moment, and then you know that the positivity becomes a energy generator. So negativity is an energy drainer. It creates momentum and vitality. And then what happens after we meet them? We go back to our old ways. We start to look at, why are they so positive? It must be because they are hiding this. Why are they so happy? It must be because of something else. We want to label it, we want to judge it, we want to create a narrative that fits our reality. And how many times have we done this? When we start to see people positive around us, we start to subconsciously create a narrative that there is something they are hiding. And this often happens. So, coming back to the point of energy, energy is the one aspect we have limited resource of. I know people talk about time, but time is, everyone has got similar time, unless you start to understand relativity, but that's a different topic. But energy is something which we don't have in abundance, or we don't have enough of. We have to manage it. So, how do we cultivate energy within ourselves? That is the question of creating authentic positivity within ourselves. So, beyond energy, consider how each mindset approaches problems. Negativity is obsessed with this identification of problems, pointing fingers, and dwelling on what's wrong. It often leads to inaction, a feeling of being stuck, or simply complaining without seeking solutions. Positivity, on the other hand, you can think of it as a solution focused or process oriented, I would like to call it. It acknowledges the problem. Yes, there is a problem there, but it focus quickly shifts to the process or how it can be addressed, or should it be addressed, and what we can do. If there is something we can do, we can do it. If we cannot do anything about the world politics, why are we being negative about it? If we cannot do about anything about certain countries or certain companies, why are we letting our energy drain into them? And this is something consciously we can change. So we can look at, what do I do? What can I learn? What can I do? What can I change? Think about an entrepreneur facing a setback. Perhaps their first product launch failed. The negative mindset might lead to conclude their failure and give up entirely. But the positive mindset, the resilient one, allows them to say, okay, that did not work. What went wrong? What did I learn from this? How can I use this information to better next time, to do better? And this often used example of J.K. Rowling facing number of rejections before Harry Potter was published is very famous. Her continued effort, fueled by a belief in her work, is a testament to authentic positivity. And it's determined by the outlook one can bring in facing hardships. So that brings us to often not discussed aspect of positivity is resilience. Life is full of curveballs. Sorry to use another sporting metaphor. Setbacks, disappointments, losses. They are inevitable parts of the human experience. Negativity crumbles under the weight of these challenges. It seems that as a confirmation that things will always go wrong. I know this happens all the time. It always goes on. And we have seen this with a lot of people who are caught up in the negativity loop, is they want confirmation of the things when they go wrong. But they never, ever talk about the things they have predicted, which were true and positive and helpful, because that is the mentality in which they have been practicing. This is why I come back to practicing. They have practiced, they have created themselves as these vessels of negativity, because that is what they have been doing for the past however many years. May have started in childhood, may have not. Doesn't really matter when it started, but it matters how many times. How many times in the day do you look at something and say something negative about it? How many times do you say nothing? And how many times do you say something positive? Something that is uplifting, something that is helpful. And that is how you measure your growth. So, positivity builds resilience without us noticing. It doesn't make the pain disappear by any stretch of the imagination, but helps us see beyond the immediate difficulty. It cultivates that belief that we have the strength to get through this, that we can learn from this, and that we will be okay. Now consider the difference between, say, for a team that reacts to a project failure with finger pointing and despair versus a team that analyzes what happened, supports each other, and approaches the next project with renewed fervor or determination. And the question could be like, okay, how do you deal that with your family? This is a wonderful question. And if it is in your family, again, it's still important to build positivity for yourself. Before we start to notice and start to change people around us, the temptation is to finger point. They should know how I should behave, or they should know what I do, so they should take more care about how they behave to us. Now, why is it so different with family versus someone else? Because we have emotional energy vested in it. The energy we spent, we believe we need it back. We believe that the love or the thing we gave is conditional. We believe that the positive things we told them needs to be returned. Sometimes parents have this attachment with their kids. Sometimes the kids have this attachment with the parents where it's a give and take. And it becomes really difficult to start to see where we can really impact. But it all starts from within. It all starts from you. Do you want to change something? Then build resilience by practicing authentic positivity. Does not matter whether it's a cricket team, a football team, does not matter whether it's a employment organization, does matter government. It starts with positivity within you. It starts with that energy levels within you that you have created that can help you change that relationship. It is very difficult, do not get me wrong. It is difficult to do it to the people you love. But once you figure out these aspects in how to manage positivity, how to manage your own self, how to manage your energy, how to create boundaries without telling anybody, how to know that you are doing the right things in your life, then we start to see changes. So let's think about that impact again on relationships and even the relationship with yourself. Negativity is isolating. Who wants to be around someone who constantly brings them down? Now there is a catch here. People who are caught up in this and not aware of it, that's a different story. But people who notice the people around us are completely negative about us can do something about it. This is the people I want to talk to. Because the people who are caught up and not aware of it, that is a completely different side of things. And positivity is magnetic. People are drawn to those who uplift and inspire them. And I do not believe for once that this is just some people are born to be positive, some people are not. Those are all just stories we tell each other just to not do the little bit of work we might need to do to cultivate positivity. Maybe we practice being kind to ourselves. Maybe we genuinely enjoy the moment you are in. Maybe you are open for that conversation with true openness and kindness. So, positivity is magnetic. People are drawn to people who uplift and inspire them. Very strong and supportive relationships are vital buffer against life's difficulties. Very important. And there are many uh, research papers, etc. It's widely recognized that chronic stress and negative emotions can have detrimental effects on our physical health, contributing to ailments, etc. I wouldn't go deep into it, but conversely, a positive mindset is associated to better stress management and, in many cases, improved health outcomes. So, why must you practice positivity? And why is not toxic? Positivity is a practice. Anyone can do it. It's not just a feeling, and it's something which you have advantages with. It becomes evident that the positivity you cultivate isn't merely a passive state of being, it's an active presence. It's a skill, like playing musical instrument or learning a new language. It's the same thing. It requires conscious effort, yes, and repetition, yes. But it doesn't have to be detailed in the sense of learning a new language. There's no grammar, there is no notes. It's what you feel within you. How are you within yourself? And this is where we directly address this toxic positivity concern. Practicing authentic positivity does not mean pretending negative things aren't happening and that you are not feeling those difficult emotions that you might need to feel. That's denial, and denial is not healthy or sustainable, even. So let's look at that distinction a little bit more closely. Imagine a friend confides in you about a significant struggle. A toxic positive trait might say, "Oh, just look on the bright side, everything happens for a reason, don't worry, be happy." How many times have we heard this? And how does that feel to the person sharing this pain? They feel dismissed, invalidated, like their feelings aren't legitimate, and they feel like they are not heard. Whereas when you practice authentic positivity, you may respond, "Thank you for sharing this with me. That sounds incredibly difficult, and I'm so sorry you're going through this. It is completely understandable that you feel sad, angry, whatever it is. I am here for you. What can I do to support you? Even though things are tough right now, I believe your strength to get through this." And do we see the difference? This is still a positive message. This acknowledges the pain, validates the feeling, and offers support, not in a condescending, presumptuous, not in any other way, while still holding a belief in positive outcomes. So notice that I believe your strength to get through this. That is the aspect we are dealing with. We are not just saying, okay, we understand and then that's it. It's like, you can get through this. I believe you. And that is the positive aspect we want to be practicing more and more of. And practicing authentic positivity is about allowing yourself to feel your emotions fully, without judgment, then consciously choosing your response and your focus. It's about saying, yes, this is hard, and I can find a way forward. Yes, I am hurting. I can still look for moments of gratitude or hope. It's about agency and self compassion. And when you practice authentic positivity, you gain a sense of control of your inner world rather than being tossed up about every negative circumstance. So, here are 5 reasons why a positive mindset will always help you. So, let's go beyond the benefits we hear about more often, like being happier or less stressed. And let's explore some less commonly discussed but incredibly powerful ways of positive mindset that helps you truly thrive. So, first, it expands your realm of possibility. A positive mindset expands your realm of possibility. Negativity is like blinders, it narrows your vision, making you focus on only one potential problem and limitation. When you are steeped in negativity, you are less likely to see or seize opportunities because you're just so laser focused on this one thing. You've all had that feeling when you are going through some toxic relationship or like someone who has triggered you. You cannot think of anything else other than that person. Whereas when you have been in relationships or like in areas of life where you're joyful and you cannot think of any, you cannot pinpoint what exactly is making you positive, but you are just feeling this and you're like feeling a lot of vastness and space. As someone famously put, a pessimist sees the difficulty in every opportunity, an optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty. It's about perception. It has always been about perception, and it will be always about perception. So consider someone who has always believed that they would never start their business because they constantly focus on the risks and lack of funding, etc., potential of failure, whatever. Their negative mindset keeps their realm of possibility small. But then when they cultivate a little bit more of positive mindset, they start to see different paths. They might explore ideas such as bootstrapping, starting small, seeking advice, finding creative ways to overcome some financial hurdles. There are so many ways. They begin to see that what seemed impossible becomes challenging but potentially achievable. And that's the difference. Next, positivity helps you thrive because it enhances your adaptive resilience. We often talk about resilience as bouncing back, like a spring, but in rapid changing world, we need more than just bouncing back. We need to adapt and evolve. Adaptive resilience is the ability to adjust and thrive in uncertain, changing circumstances. Often the term used is VUCA, it's like volatile, uncertain, complex, ambiguous world. So it's about snapping back to your original shape and also being able to mold yourself into a new one way to fit the environment. And this is only possible with authentic positivity. Try that with negative mindset, and you'll soon find that you're still back where you started. Third reason why it helps you thrive, and it's not discussed as much, is it frees up your cognitive bandwidth. Our brains have, well, I would like to say limited capacity, not in that sense, but in terms of conscious thought processing, there is a limited amount of resources because we are energy using machines. We are consumed by negative emotions, worry, anxiety, fear, rumination. And it's like these emotions are running multiple programs in the background of our mind, using up valuable, I wouldn't say valuable processing power, but it's more takes away our attention from what is really happening. And this leaves less, quote unquote, bandwidth for important cognitive functions like problem solving, creativity, thinking, critical analysis, and making good decisions. When was the last time you made a great decision when you were angry? When you were in a negative mind frame? When you were dismissive of your own feelings? Now, the reason for it creates a self fulfilling cycle. Our expectations have a profound impact on our reality. If you consistently expect negative outcomes, your thoughts and actions will likely align with those expectations. You might not try as hard, you might approach situations with a defensive or defeatist mindset, and you're more likely to interpret ambiguous events negatively. This increases the likelihood of this negative outcome you expected. Conversely, if you cultivate positive expectations, a belief that you can succeed, that things will work out, that you can handle challenges, you are more likely to take positive actions. You'll put in more effort. You'll approach situations with confidence. You'll be able to be more open to creating positive outcomes. And when positive outcomes occur, they reinforce your positive expectation, creating a virtuous cycle of positivity and success. Consider a salesperson who walks into a meeting considering convinced by the narrative that they won't get the deal. Their lack of confidence and enthusiasm might unconsciously sabotage this interaction. And comparing this with a salesperson who believes in their product and the ability to connect with the client genuinely with an authentic, positive mindset, their expectations can lead to more confident and engaging presentation and likelihood of increasing the chance of success. Now, this is not outcome focused. We have to remember this is process oriented. So you are going in with a preconceived idea that things will work out. I can be there for myself no matter what. And I believe in my skills. I believe in my abilities. I am happy. I'm joyful. Whereas if you go into with a negative mindset, the likelihood of positive outcomes diminishes because you are not open for any other avenue. And fifth and the final reason is it helps you deepen your sense of purpose and meaning. Positive mindset deepens this aspect. And however, cultivating positivity allows you to find meaning and purpose even in the face of difficulty. It helps you connect with your core value and understand why you are doing what you do, even if it's difficult. This sense of purpose is a powerful motivator that fuels perseverance and provides a sense of direction. This is what authentic positivity helps you with. So let us recap. So we've done a little bit of a chat about authentic positivity, and is not about ignoring reality. It's about choosing a response to what is happening to you. Crucially, practicing authentic positivity is vital because it's a skill that empowers you, is not toxic, it acknowledges and processes difficult emotions while focusing on growth and possibility. So it starts with a small conscious choice every day, challenging that negative thought that you may have right now, finding something to be grateful for, which we practice all the time, choosing to see a setback as a learning opportunity, surrounding yourself, if possible, with positive influences. So, to help you begin or continue your practice, here are 10 positive statements that you can incorporate into your daily routine. You can say them to yourself, write them down, or simply reflect on them. I am capable of handling whatever my comes. I'll repeat that again because I did not do the justice. I am capable of handling whatever comes my way. I choose to see the good even in difficult situations. I am grateful for the lessons learned, even from setbacks. I trust in my ability to adapt and grow. My thoughts have power, and I choose thoughts that serve me. I am resilient and can bounce back from challenges. I focus on solutions, not just problems. I attract positive experiences and people into my life. I am creating a life filled with purpose and meaning. I believe in myself and my potential. Start small, be consistent, and be patient with yourself. Like any skill, it takes practice. So, thank you for your time and attention today. Remember, the power of authentic positivity is within you. Choose to practice it and watch how you truly thrive. Thank you, and I will see you again in another practice. This has been Daily Practice with myself, Nikhil. I'll see you again soon.